Let's move on to some other stories now. And nearly a century after it was built, the Takoradi Hospital, Secondary Takoradi's main referral facility, still lacks an intensive care unit and operates without a modern emergency center, forcing doctors to battle life-threatening cases with outdated infrastructure and limited resources. Now, hospital authorities are making an urgent appeal to the government. Complete the abandoned accident and emergency center project and help prevent avoidable deaths in Ghana's vital oil and gas enclave. ChannelOne TV's Western Regional correspondent Akwesi Ejeni has more from Takoradi.
Takoradi Hospital, originally built in 1929 by the then colonial government under Sir Frederick Gordon Gattisberg, was established to serve workers constructing the Takoradi Harbour. The 96-year-old facility, popularly known as the European Hospital, now serves as the Metropolitan Hospital for Secondary Takoradi. Despite its elevated status, the hospital has seen very little expansion apart from a doctor's quarters built under President Mohammed's former administration. Medical Superintendent Dr. George Pepra says the aging infrastructure remains a major concern, though minor renovation and painting have helped maintain parts of the facility.
Takoradi Hospital has been around for 96 years. I mean, the original purpose has changed. Now it's serving as the hospital for the metropolis. And the available beds that we have now, we're looking at expanding. And the building is old. Maintenance cost is very high. There are some cracks within the building that needs to be fixed. Most of our fittings, we keep changing them, but most of them are rotten. Let me put it that way. It needs rewiring because the wiring are old and it definitely impact on our electricity consumption.
The roof you see is 1929 roof that were actually put on this building at the start or commencement of this very health facility, which was originally to serve those working on the Takoradi Harbour construction. And as we speak, it is still in use. And I just want to find out from the health facility managers over here how serviceable this roof is to the hospital right now and their operation.
So the roof, because it's so old, it keeps leaking. I mean, if you look at it, you see a lot of white areas and patches. And these are all patches that we always try to do to prevent the leakages, especially at the joints where they meet. Usually the water, when it rains, it seeps through it and comes into the consulting rooms, the walls, and the various other units. And because it's so old, it's quite difficult to let even the patch stays, because you patch it and that same place, some few months or years to come, you have to come back and then patch it again. So we believe changing the whole roof will actually serve us better, but the cost involved is very high. Like I said, we called DBS to give us some estimates and it was very high.
Dr. Pepra added that the absence of an intensive care unit is leading to avoidable deaths, especially in cases requiring critical monitoring and care.
Another service that we wish we could offer is an ICU care, but the whole region, we don't have an intensive care unit. Last week, somebody called me and said that they have a patient, they want to bring him for ICU care. I told him, fortunately, in Western region, we don't have. The man was shocked. So I said, yeah, it's a service we don't have. If somebody needs it, the person will have to go to Cape Coast or Accra. The expertise is there. If the service is available, there is probably 80 or even sometimes 100% chance that this person could have survived. But because of the unavailability of the service, people just die, just like that. So the Mahama care, if it works as it's being planned, will really save a lot of lives.
So typically, this is the only recovery room that this facility has, and a look around shows that it's only a 3-bed capacity recovery room, which the facility says this as not enough and would need a bigger space to actually have more people take time to recover before they are even taken to the main ward where they can properly recover?
As you can see, it's very small. It's very small. And at the moment, it's full. There are 3 patients here. When we were coming, the theater light was on. So it means they are doing a case. Once that is done, 1 patient has to be forced to the ward so that that patient too could be brought here. At the moment, we have just this monitor here. But ideally, every bed would have needed a monitor to monitor these patients. So these are some of the instruments that we spoke about that we would need. So we need a bigger space to begin with. We need more beds to make sure that we take care of these patients who've had surgeries and those with who would need high dependency care.
So I've actually moved to the main theater, and here at the theater, I'm told it has some issues that doctor would want to share with us. So I have the medical superintendent to actually tell me exactly what are some of the issues that this very theater has that must be actually addressed. Doc.
This is the only theater that we have in in our hospital, and we have a surgeon, we have a gynecologist, we have an ophthalmologist. Well, we have another theater where we do our eye cases. So there is an eye theater. But when it comes to all other cases, this is the only theater that we have. We wish we could have like 2 more of such. Because sometimes the obstetrician is operating, he has an emergency, and the surgeon too has another case that he has to do. So they have their theater days that they come in to do the cases. But if 2 emergencies come, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes I'm called upon to deliberate which one we should do first.
What you see in the shot is an emergency center which was never completed. I'm told it actually was started in somewhere around 2008, but never got completed. And for close to 16 years, it's still where it is. I have the medical superintendent to tell me exactly how important this structure would have been in terms of, dealing with emergency cases over here.
The facility is old. It was built in 1929. So the repurposing of it to serve the metropolis requires that you need space. You need space. So it was just male and female ward. But now you need place for emergency, you need place for maternity, you need place for children, and other services that we are including into our service delivery. So if this building was completed, or if this building is completed for us, it will really help us.
For now, this very abandoned accident emergency center, which was originally started in 2008, is still waiting for completion. But medical superintendent over here at the Takoradi Metropolitan Hospital is placing his hope on the Mahamake to actually look at completing some of these projects, as well as the ICU that it is hoping to actually set up here at this very facility. For ChannelOne TV News, I'm Akwesi in Takoradi.